Imagine waking up one day and all the bees are gone. No buzzing in gardens, no pollinators in fields, and a silent collapse happening beneath our feet. It is not just not getting honey, its effect would be beyond our imagination. In this video, we'll explore what would happen if bees disappeared from our planet and why it matters more than you might think. Bees are not just honey producers. They are keystone pollinators. If we do not have pollinators, pollination will not happen. It means we may have flowers but fruiting will not happen. Over 75% of global food crops rely on animal pollinators, and bees lead the charge. From apples to almonds, coffee to cucumbers, bees keep our grocery stores full. Loss of bees is the loss of these food crops. How pollination works. Bees collect nectar and pollen to feed their colonies. In the process, they unintentionally transfer pollen between flowers, allowing plants to fertilize and grow fruit. Without pollination, many plants wouldn't reproduce. And the result, no fruiting in the plant. What happens if bees disappear? Without bees, here's what could happen. Massive drop in food production. Collapse of ecosystems dependent on flowering plants. Loss of biodiversity. Rising food prices. Nutritional deficiencies. It wouldn't be instant, but within a few years, the ripple effect would hit every species, including us. Which foods we would lose? Almonds, it is almost 100% dependent on fruit, without bees no yield. Apples, it is more than 90% dependent on bees, without bees negligible production. Blueberries, it is more than 80% dependent on bees, without bees sharp reduction in production. Watermelons, it is 90% dependent on bees, without bees sharp reduction in production. Cucumber, it is 90% dependent on bees, without bees poor fruit formation. Coffee, it is 20 to 25% dependent on bees, without bees poor quality and less production. Chocolate, yes, really, it is 30 to 40% dependent on bees, without bees lower production. There are many other roughly 13,000 species which are pollinated considerably by bees. Staple crops like wheat and rice don't need bees, but a huge part of our nutrient-rich diet would be lost. Effect on animals and ecosystems. It's not just us. Animals like birds, bears, and small mammals rely on berries, and these are the plants that need bee pollination. Without bees, entire food chains could collapse, starting from the bottom. Loss of plants and food will cause herbivores starve to death. Decline in number of herbivores will cause carnivores starve to death. And in this way animals at apex of the food chain like tigers and lions will vanish. Is not amazing? Absence of honeybee may cause the extinction of tigers and lions. What's killing the bees? Bees are already in danger. Factors causing bee population decline include pesticides, especially neonicotinoids, used on plants pollinated by bees. Habitat loss. Climate change. Parasites like the varroa mite, Varroa destructor, one of the most devastating parasites affecting honeybees, Apis mellifera, worldwide. Colony collapse disorder, CCD, is a mysterious and severe phenomenon affecting honeybee populations, where the majority of worker bees in a colony suddenly disappear, leaving behind the queen, food stores, and a few nurse bees, but no dead bees are found nearby. Can we survive without bees? Technically, humans could survive without bees, but at a huge cost. Artificial pollination is expensive and inefficient. Robotic pollinators are still experimental. Loss of biodiversity could destabilize agriculture. the world would become more artificial, less green, and more unequal. Only the wealthy could afford fresh fruits. How to protect bees? We can still save the bees. Here's how. Avoid pesticides in gardens. Plant native, bee-friendly flowers. Support organic and local farming. Educate others about their importance. Protect wild habitats. Bees are small, but their impact is enormous. Without them, the world would be unrecognizable. Protecting bees is protecting ourselves. Without bees, human existence on this earth would be in peril. Like, share, and subscribe to support content that helps save our planet one tiny wing beat at a time. Thanks for watching the video.